My schedule has been so busy, like during quarantine. I have evolved. I don't only have 2 friends, I have 3 now. So I've been a little busy, that's why I haven't really been recording too many sit-down videos, so it feels weird being back. Hello. Hey, I hope that the setup is okay. Like, I can see how it looks behind and I think it looks lovely, but I hope you guys think so too. I don't know if you guys remember, but we did get a bar cart. This is my second Lily Rose Depp video that I've made before, and sorry if the chairs is squeaking. I made one like I think over a month ago, and I promised that I would make more, so here we are. This specific one, as you can tell by the title, is like more of a 90s glam, which is kind of what she goes for, like her everyday looks, but I wanted to do the premiere one. So let me see if I can pull up a picture and then we'll get started. So definitely the eyes is going to be somewhat of a challenge. I bought a bunch of stuff for this, guys. This, by the way, is going to be like a full glam look. Like, I had someone asking for like a school look, which we can totally do, but probably next time. I have a mic and it has all this cat hair, which is lovely. Let's get started on the first thing. So we'll first start with brows, which is something that I started on last time. Actually, I take that back. We're gonna finish the base. So it's really funny because like on camera you can't really see too much. I mean, I guess you can kind of see, like, I've been breaking out a lot, like especially around the mouth, which is super annoying. Like, I have a bunch of little breakouts there. Tell me if you guys have the same problem. But we're actually gonna get started with the base. I'm gonna finish adding concealer. So the concealer is definitely like a little lighter than my own foundation. I just kind of want to add some to areas that I want to kind of pop out. This, like right here, would kind of look not too normal if you were doing, I'm using my monitor as a screen. I feel like every like YouTuber does this. So we're just gonna blend that out. I'm just gonna keep blending all of this out so it could look as natural as possible, even though this will not look natural. Again, because it's more like for the camera versus like in real life, because in real life, like, you will be able to see all of the layers of makeup. So let me just keep blending this out. We're gonna use quite a few cream, or like more than I normally use cream products, because I've kind of been like using that a lot. This is something I didn't show in my last video. By the way, this is like the Fenty contour stick in amber. This is something I didn't do or didn't show you, and I didn't apply it this way either anyway, but basically to get those like lower cheekbones like Lily, you kind of have to add it a little lower than your actual, instead of actually following your bone structure. So this is just meant to create like shadow on your forehead. She has kind of like a wide forehead, so like honestly, like if I keep my forehead the same length as I already have it, I think I'll be fine. Okay, so what I'm really trying to do here is apply almost like a straight line and then blend up. I'm kind of messy with this application, so I'll go back in with whatever is left over. Also, Lily has like a tiny nose, so I'll have to do it on there too. So with that same brush that had like leftover foundation, just trying to clean that up. Real life, I know that this already looks super harsh, but basically the shape that you're trying to follow is like a really like U kind of shape to bring out your cheekbones. All of these pimples are really bothering me, because like, what, are you serious? Strategically gonna add contour to the nose. Typically this is not the shape that I do or how I contour my nose, honestly. She has a lot of shadow right here, like right there. Yep, it's like more of a straight nose, and it's like kind of short too. I'm using an angled brush, but honestly, like, you can kind of get away with even like a fluffier brush. This always kind of looks a little weird at first, but you have to keep like blending and blending and blending. Now I have like a super fluffy brush. Now you see how like you blended almost too far, so that we just clean it up with that brush that I was using earlier that has like leftover foundation. Oh my gosh, this is bothering me. This is what I do because we're trying to make the nose look smaller. Oh my gosh. All of the products that I'm using, I'm gonna list down below. But next, we're gonna do some powder. We're gonna add this everywhere because we're moving on to powders. I know I said like, what did I say? I said I was gonna be using a lot of cream products. I think I only have one more, so. But typically, the cream products look a little bit more natural, especially when you add powder on the top. So you can kind of see like the contour is there, but it's more subtle now. Now we're using that same angled brush that we used for contour earlier, going in with bronzer. Yeah, going in with bronzer like this. You see? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then blend upwards. So if you were to do something like this for every day, avoid putting some like here. If you were to do this makeup every day, like you'd probably want this to look a little bit more subtle. I'm putting a lot for the camera. I wouldn't actually wear this much, damn. She also has some here. So same thing goes for this side. Again, I'm looking at the monitor, so sorry if I'm not looking at you. Also, do you guys ever feel like that's kind of creepy when I'm like looking directly at you? It's like I'm looking into your soul. And blend up. Now it kind of looks like I have cheekbones. Are you seeing that, you guys? I'm using daylight, so it's a little harsh. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more product. She always has like really bronzy cheeks, like even on her days off. Oh my god, this is so weird. So I'm using two different colors. The exact color that she used, like IDK, honestly. The warmer color I'm using on the outside of my cheeks. By the way, this is the cream product by Glossier. And like, again, you're trying to follow this like U shape, not really too high. And then we're gonna top it off with a pink blush. And this one's powder by Milani. So just like, almost like on the center, and then blend like this. I feel like I'm whispering. Would it be cool if this was an ASMR? I really like, I've always wanted to do an ASMR. And that concealer brush just like a little bit, because I feel like her product is more centered here versus higher. Next I'm gonna add some highlight, but I don't really want to show you where this is from because of the fact that I don't really support this brand anymore, so you guys could draw your own conclusions, but really just get something. She has it like fanned out, but the only thing is I don't have a proper brush to add highlight. This is kind of rubbing the base it already had on. Blush is like the first thing to fade, so like it's okay if you add quite a bit. If you saw my other video on how I did Lily's look then, like about brows, you would know what I used then. It was kind of like a really in-depth tutorial to get like her shape. These are obviously products that I'm using. I try to find everything that was like, well, I try to find things that were affordable. It's like I still had to buy a lot. I tried to find things that were like cruelty free. And like there's a lot of dupes for these things. The one thing that I was having trouble with was, and by the way, we're gonna blend this out because right now it's like way too strong. But this is a general shape. What I do is kind of blend that out, trying to create this like fluffy brow. That brush that we keep talking about is what I use to kind of blend some of this redness. Also, I really need a facial, and I notice that every time that I do these videos. We have a retractable pencil now. I need to make sure there's definition in these brows. So we're gonna use this again. It'll be kind of funny how we use it. To have more definition to your brows, it's important to kind of use different colors. Blend, blend, blend. Her brows are like fuller, except not as dark as I'm making them. And I also feel like this specific product that I'm showing you right now has like a little bit of a red undertone, which I don't love. Brow gel. Basically, you're following this general line. She has like a really strong line that goes like this. And then this, always like you kind of fill in that area, but like really loosely. There's like a second line here. These two lines kind of connect. And then you just fill lightly this front area. I always try to do this brow a little higher than this one because this side of my face is like naturally lower. So I try to kind of trick the eye by making this higher. What do we think so far? I think they look good. I'm really nervous because now we're gonna start on the eyes. We're just gonna be layering because she actually has like a really deep crease. Again, I'm just using what I have. So, but this is just like our transition color. Same thing on the other side. Kind of goes down there. I'm just gonna keep blending this this like transition color. I've connected the shadow that I have on my nose to my eyes. We're gonna use something almost like as a base primer for my eyes. I want it to still look like a cat eye, so. And use a fluffy brush to blend that out even more. We're gonna go in with some liner now. So it's gonna be a little messy and then I will fix it. You know what? Actually, we should have added the white first. Now let's kind of smudge. This, by the way, is a brown shadow. I mean, a brown liner. It's just like a really dark brown liner. First, before we like deepen up this liner, we're gonna start with the white. A white with some cream that I'm adding right onto here. The darkest color that I'm using is an espresso. I'm trying to use it just on almost like the socket and right above the socket. So I'm gonna go back in with the white. Next, we're gonna go back to that liner that we're doing and even waterline. We're gonna go in with a brown. And I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. I was trying to blend out my eyes, which like took like 20 freaking minutes. I have people moving upstairs right now, and then also my sister came home from her job. I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. I'm adding so much product onto my face just because how the camera is picking up the colors and everything. So it's like kind of really strong in real life. And I know I already said that, but like it is. And I actually have to go to ballet later, and there's no way I'm gonna be wearing this much makeup. Like this is like full glam. Like who really wants that? There's a YouTuber on social media, I forget what his name is, where he talks about how he uses like a brow product, which I will show you, but first we're gonna go in with this dupe that I found for Lily's look. Lovely mascony. I like the shape of my natural lips, so I'm just gonna follow them. Like I won't try to change it too much. So this is like the dupe for her, like the Chanel product that she uses. I'm gonna go in with that brow product you're talking about. She has almost like a really dark brown color instead of the color that they said on Vogue that she actually was wearing. I was adding that product that I'm showing you just now. I literally dotted some on. I'm mixing in a few colors because I want this to be perfect. Her lip shades always have a little bit of a pink undertone. Sorry, peach. I'm just gonna add the tiniest amount of concealer. After all, this is the 90s makeup. Let me just seal that with powder because the lipstick that I use is like a little shiny. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a completed Lily Rose Depp look. What are we thinking? Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't see my video from before about Lily Rose Depp, again, I'll link it below. This one, I really had to focus so I wasn't as chatty as the other one that I posted. In case you're interested in that, I talked about like kind of controversial stuff, things that aren't really talked. Oh, I almost dropped my highlighter as I'm cleaning, as I'm talking. Multitasking, woo! I talked about things that like aren't really talked about within celebrity culture and just worshiping celebrities. What do you guys think? I really hope that you guys liked it. I'm obviously not a makeup guru, so me penning in and out of the screen, I hope you guys like that. I feel like instead of using like a pencil liner, probably like liquid liner. Yeah, there's like a few things that I would probably change. She does wear a lot of liquid liner. She's not afraid of liner is what I'm trying to say. I will try to film 2 more. So one that is wearable Lily look and another one that is more kind of more of a glam look. I have to practice liner now. What do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think. Hello Lily's fan base. I spoke to some of you in my last video, which was actually really cool. It's so weird because that video has like so many views, or at least like so many for me, so it just feels strange because I mean it's weird because like that many people watch it, but also just like they're like silent viewers, so it's just like kind of weird. But hi, if you're a silent viewer and you're just watching and just like tuning in because you like Lily or whatever, I really want to do a Blair Waldorf look look, like a Leighton Meester. I do feel like they look kind of the same, or at least everyone says so. I don't really see the resemblance too much. Kind of sort of if I squint my eyes. Just been watching like a lot of Gossip Girl and like as in like doing a whole like transformation of like one personality of mine. Just like chatting along because I didn't get to chat for like freaking hour trying to do this makeup look, trying to make it look good. I know I said I was leaving like 30 minutes ago, but one thing I do take into my daily life as far as application stuff is that layout for the brows, because I really like it. I like how it looks. And as far as like lip products, I really only bought some since the quarantine started, and now only because I obviously had to recreate this look, but otherwise like you're just wearing a mask, so what's the point? I love this look. Dude, you guys, I really want to do a Gossip Girl kind of lookbook. Even Serena Vanderwoodson, which she's not really my favorite, like I don't hate her or anything. It's just like I could see why it's like directed more towards, you know, younger people that are like in high school and stuff, but I personally, I am such a visual person. I love seeing things that are just like well done visually, where they thought of like the whole set, the wardrobe, the makeup, the jewelry. That's something that they are really paying attention to, which I can appreciate. I have a lot of video ideas. Leave me any comments of anything that you guys want to see and I'll try to do some of them. Maybe Lily will talk about some of her makeup looks, because damn, I'm like really curious how her natural makeup goes, because I feel like it still looks iconic, but it's like, what do you add? Just like brown? When I do that, it doesn't look the same. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am finally leaving because I have to go to ballet class. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.